Okay, so for 2026, the exempt salary thresholds are, this is what they're going to be throughout the United States. The one that I think most states, like out of the 50 states, 44 have followed the federal salary threshold, 35,568 or $684 a week. The only places that are higher than that, there's 6 states, and I'm going to put that up there. Alaska is one of the states. They changed theirs in July 1st is when theirs switches over to the new 2026 level. California announced theirs about a month and a half ago. Colorado has not announced theirs yet. They don't announce it till December. So I don't have the 2026 number. And then all the rest of them are effective in the 1st of January. New York has 2 different ones depending on where you live, where you're working. And then of course there's Washington State, which is in a state all by itself. They announced the 2026 salary threshold the 1st of October. It's based on the Washington State minimum wage and then a multiplier of it. Depending on your employer size, since 2020 we've been ratcheting it up from the federal threshold to where it is now. And for 2026 it's going to be $80,168 and 40 cents. The fact that we crossed the $80,000 threshold has a lot of people quite concerned. But they publish a projection beyond all the way up through 2028 where the multipliers keep going up. We're almost at the top of it. 2028 is the last of the multipliers changing. And in 27, it's going to be still the 2.25 times the minimum wage for smaller employers. And it's going to be, for 51 or more employees, it's going to be over 91,000. And that's projected based on a 2.5% increase in the CPI. If it's higher than that in the next year, that amount will be higher because it's a multiplier of the Washington State minimum wage, and that's based on the CPI, and that changes every year. So good times, right? And then in 2028, I understand. In 2028, it's predicted to be at 93,000 or possibly a little bit higher. And after 2028, the multiplier stays at 2.5 times and just keeps going up with the minimum wage, which means we could be somewhere near 100,000 by 2030. And I know I know you're just dying to hear those numbers, right? Which is why we scheduled this near Halloween. So, yeah, good times, right?